this upside down. Does anybody have the a bubble level that you can put it on?
Use the phone.
Use the foam. It's not quite accurate using the foam.
I can get you a level from the day after regular level.
I think I have.
You have one? Okay. That will be easier that you try to find your level first. Okay.
Try it.
Try it. But you know the surface is so big.
This tool?
So
This one?
yeah, that one. Okay. But we can try see how accurate this one is. Okay.
See
So
the
you try
graph.
to move that to the center. Okay. So this is the center.
Here is the-
You see how this works? It's a little bit off. You know why? Because when people cut it, this part is a little bit higher. So when you have your phone here, it's actually not level. Versus you put it in the center has it's more accurate in the center. Okay? Because when they wire it up, this part didn't cut very straight. Okay. So put it in the center and push the bubble so it's in the center. And then and hold down the pot and use a coil to stick your pot on it. Yeah, this chuck is a little bit too dry as well, so the clay isn't sticking very well. But it's better than the bisque. But of course, you can also put the water on the bisque chuck. Brush a lot of water. Once the water is absorbed by the chuck, still that your clay will be able to stick on it because the chuck is not absorbing water anymore. Okay, so I first leveled it and then I try to center it just by tapping the chuck. Okay. And then you secure your chuck. But for trimming, well, this is the Hsin tool. Okay, I made it myself. If you don't have it, you can use the traditional tools. Can I borrow? Yep. Those tools. And do you have larger ones? Yep. Okay. Yeah. This tool, the reason I don't like to use this kind of tool is each time before I trim, I like to sharpen my tools. And if you run this through the grinder pretty quick, especially this tiny one, it's going to be gone. Couple trim. So that's why I don't like to use this kind of trimming tool. On this kind of tool, it's not cutting. Okay? It's not sharp. So you try to trim something that, if the clay is a little bit harder, it's very hard to remove the clay. So you want to get your tool that is sharp. So always, if you want to use the tool, always sharpen it. Okay. If you have a grinder, use the grinder to grind it. If you don't, get a file and place on a piece of wood, and then you just file it on the inner part, because they already have a little bevel. Okay, there's an angle there, so you just sharpen it on the inside to get it sharper. Okay. this kind of tool is not cutting, especially the clay. This clay is a little bit hard, so. But let me show you if you want to use this kind of tool. Okay, just hold it like this, and I usually have my hand hold it on the side of the clay, extending my thumb, so using my thumb as a support. Okay. Again, this is some quite steady. Especially when your tool is dull, you try to cut it. You need to have a lot of yeah, this side is loose. Okay. It's cutting, but it's not very efficient. Okay, so that's how you hold your trimming tool. Okay, this kind of tool. And for the detail trimming, okay, you could do this. You remove the clay from the center. Okay, you just go left and right and left and right. You will be able to, eventually you will be able to remove. And for my trimming tool, I usually sharpen it on. If you're gonna pass it around and see how sharp it is, just don't, when you are checking the tool, you don't do this way, okay? You do this way. Okay. You don't do this way, okay? This is gonna cut.
First video I saw, you had those, you made them out of hacksaw blades.
Yes.
So this looks different, so there you go.
Yeah, this is the hacksaw blade. So I have a video show you how to make them, okay? If you wanna make them out of hacksaw blade.
Right.
You just buy one and you break it in the middle and you heat it up. You use a torch, heat it up and bend it 90 degrees. And you grind up all the teeth and then sharpen the edges.
What do you use to grind?
Use the grinder.
Grinder?
Yeah, the grinding machine to grind it.
Harbor Freight's got those like really cheap. So you went to the other ones. What is that metal and how did you?
This one,
Yeah.
this is stainless steel. Yeah.
Where did you get that from?
Well, we could got it from hardware store too. Yeah, yeah, but a little bit more expensive. I actually I produce a lot of them. I got it from Taiwan, and they already laser cut the exact shape for me. So all I need to do is sharpen them, polish them, deburr and polish them, and bend 90 degrees, and then sharpen the edges.
Can you just modify like a steak knife, butter knife?
You can use that too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you are very handy. Most of people not very handy, so they're afraid of the machine. Okay. But if you are very handy, you can make pretty much everything. Make your own tools. Yeah. Especially you know what you need, so if you're very handy, you can make your own tools easily. Okay. So when the tool is sharp, you could remove the clay very easy and quick. Even the clay is a little bit stiffer, a little bit hard. And for this kind of tool that I could do using this part to trim, and using this part to trim. And for here, I also sharpen here, so you can use this part to trim too. Okay. So all the edges has been sharpened, so it's very easy to use. Actually, one of my class, I think you attended the class that I show you guys how to make the tool out of a hacksaw blade. I even brought the torch we make the tool in the class. Okay. So now the tap sander is very good here. That if you lose your sander, you can tap it back in. That's all because the chalk is too dry, so the clay isn't sticking very well. So that's why I told you that if you want to have better clay sticking on the chalk, using the leather hard chalk is better than using the dry chalk or the bisque chalk. So since the bottom portion here, I already have my texture and design here, so I'm just going to trim this portion here. Not quite straight. So by tapping it, I hear the sound. When the wall is thinner, the pitch sounds higher. Okay. I'm just using the back of the tool to burnish. Okay, so that's the part with the small foot here. The smaller the foot, the whole piece looks more elegant, looks lighter. Okay, if your foot is wider, it looks heavy. So that's the general idea of
So would you burnish that other part?
that part that is gonna,
The part on the side, like
this part here,
Exactly.
you could do that too, yeah, if you're worried about it. But well, we're gonna put the glaze over, so I don't worry about too much about this part is getting rough.
Right.
Okay, later on the glaze is gonna cover it. Yeah, pass it.